Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So today we're just going to talk about Nolvadex, all the facts around it, and just give you a full explanation. So Nolvadex is the trade name for the drug named Tamoxifen CItrate, and that was actually first manufactured by Imperial Chemical Industries. Now later that was actually purchased by AstraZeneca, and they are one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Now, currently, tamoxifen is actually on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicines because of the many different uses that it has. Now, although on paper it might seem like it could be considered an aromatase inhibitor, it's actually a SERM, which is a selective estrogen receptor modulator. So the main medical use of Nolvadex is in treatment of both early and advanced breast cancer in pre- and postmenopausal women. Also, it's the most common treatment for male breast cancer. So the FDA has approved Nolvadex for the prevention of breast cancer in high-risk women with a recommended use set at 10 years. Now, studies have shown the chance of reoccurrence of cancer drops 66%. And another use for tamoxifen in women is for infertility, and a recommended dosage there is 10 to 40 milligrams per day during a woman's cycle. Studies have shown it possibly doubles the chance of pregnancy, and recently Nolvadex has been used to treat bipolar disorder, though the medical data on this is kind of still being investigated. Now, Nolvadex works very, very similarly to Clomid. It's an antagonist of the estrogen receptors to which it binds itself, preventing active estrogen from binding in its place. Unlike aromatase inhibitors like Aromasin, Letro, Arimidex, which actually reduce the flow of estrogen in the body, Nolvadex merely blocks it from the receptor. This means there's a greater chance of estrogen rebound effect. Now, in bodybuilding, let's talk about that. In the late 80s, Dan Duchaine was the one that speculated Nolvadex could be used to help with gynecomastia. Since that time, it's become popular as an anti-gynecomastia treatment and for on-cycle use in guys that are prone to gyno. Now, when gyno-prone anabolic steroid users run aromatizing compounds, things like testosterone, D-bol, that convert to estrogen, all right, this can lead to puffy nipples, bloating, blood pressure increases, erectile dysfunction, and other estrogen-related sides. Nolvadex can prevent some estrogen-related side effects from occurring, and it can halt the growth of gynecomastia, but in my opinion, using an AI is far more effective for overall estrogen control. Now, in practice, tamoxifen is best used to help boost your LH and total testosterone, and this will help you to recover from a cycle, which makes it quite a popular choice for post-cycle therapy. A clomiphene tamoxifen combination is definitely the backbone of any post-cycle therapy. It's not the whole thing, but it's the backbone. So, how does Nolvadex work for post-cycle therapy? Well, when somebody uses anabolic steroids, the pituitary realizes that it's getting too much hormones, so it goes dormant, and this sends your LH to near zero, and the body no longer produces its own testosterone. In simple terms, your natural testosterone production just shuts down. So when you come off a cycle, it's important to run a post-cycle therapy to help recover your body's HPTA. Now, tamoxifen does not mimic the LH in the body like HCG. Rather, it stimulates the hypophysis to release more gonadotropins. Now, gonadotropins are protein hormones that are secreted by gonadotrope cells of the pituitary gland, and they stimulate faster and higher release of your FSH, or your follicle stimulating hormone, and your luteinizing hormone, your LH. Now, when this happens, the rise in LH is going to spike up the total testosterone levels, allowing a smooth post-cycle therapy. As a result, it's going to help you to minimize any losses in muscle gains until your own body is able to properly recover. Now, tamoxifen works just like Clomid does, by stopping estrogen from going into the pituitary, which manipulates it into producing LH. In turn, it then signals the Leydig cells to produce testosterone. Now, many users of Nolvadex have run blood work showing LH levels rise from 0 to over 10 IUs, which is above the normal reference range for an adult male. And as a result of this, your testosterone levels then go up. So it's important to remember these testosterone spikes are only temporary while you're on it. Once you come off, they're going to normalize, all right? And with the foreign hormones out of your body, the user's HPTA will be able to recover on its own. Now, milligram for milligram, Nolvadex is actually a lot stronger than Clomid is. They're similar in that they are both SERMs and simply prevent the estrogen from binding to receptors where it can cause a problem. Neither are aromatase inhibitors, all right? In terms of bodybuilding, it's up to the user to decide which one they prefer through experience. But I always recommend using both of them during PCT. But for gynecomastia, tamoxifen is definitely the superior choice. Now, some users swear by Nolva, others prefer Clomid. All right? Some users complain about reduced libido, others say it increases libido. I believe the negativity with tamoxifen itself is because people don't know how to properly dose it and they run it too high. There's no need to ever go over 40 milligrams per day of tamoxifen whatsoever, and then you end up dropping down to 20 milligrams per day. There is evidence too that Nolvadex upregulates progestin receptors, so this means if you run tamoxifen along with a progestin such as like any type of nandrolone or trenbolone and 19-NOR steroids, you're going to have a higher chance of developing progestin-related side effects. This has got a lot of ongoing debate in both the medical and bodybuilding community. So to be on the safe side, I would say don't mix them together, but that's really your call. All right, so that is tamoxifen for you. All right, Nolvadex. So that's basically all the info I wanted to give you on there to fully educate you and get you up to speed on it. So www.elitefitness.com/videos, where you can see all of my old and new videos updated daily, uncut and uncensored. www.icearms.com/forums, and dylan@icearms.com is where you can get me with all questions and comments. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.